Hey guys, it's me, Liberty Lady Liz here. Welcome back to my channel. But before we get started, make sure to turn on post notifications, subscribe, comment, like. New videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So today is going to be an exciting video. So as I told you, Wednesday I finish school, and then I go to summer camp, which I call summer program. But it's at the school. I don't want to tell you what it's for. It's fun. So it's for 3 weeks, and then after that, I go to Vermont and I'll vlog. I don't know if I'll vlog packing, but I'll definitely vlog leaving for Vermont, and I'll vlog in our tree house that my mother rented for 5 days. So yeah. So something I want to tell you guys about is, you know how I wish I had a time machine, right? Well, this time machine, if I had it, would be very special. I'm sure there's a thing, because I've gone up on Amazon, searched up time machines, and they come up. But anyway, the big question of today is, if you had a time machine, what time period would you go back to? So basically, the reason why I'm doing this video is because 4th of July is in 10 days. Independence Day, it's a day that we don't sign the Declaration until August 2nd, but some of the people signed it. But August 2nd is when most of the people signed it, and it's the day that we declared our independence, and George Washington stood in Boston of the old State House, reading the Declaration to all the people in Boston. So it's very exciting, and there's a lot of parades around the country. So yeah, so that's coming up in 10 days, and I can't wait because 4th of July is my favorite holiday of all time. But anyway, the other reason why I was going to say, I want to say, is that, if I had a time machine, I would go back to a lot of times. I would go back to ancient Egypt, colonial America, when I was born, when my mother was born, not when my father was born. But that's a different story, and I'm not going to tell you that story because that doesn't need to be said. I don't want the information going out on YouTube. I mean, Braylon, if you're watching this, you probably heard about what happened, but other than that, or Annika, but other than that, my other viewers, I do not want you knowing what happened to my father, so that's private. Or what happened to me with my father, that's private. But anyway, so the reason why I would travel back to colonial America if I had a time machine it's probably because, like, I love colonial America, and everybody in my family knows that. It's just, nobody really pays attention to it, except for me. Because I'm like the history buff of the family, besides my grandmother, because she taught civics in college or high school, something like that, I don't know. In a high school or in a college, something like that. Sorry, people are walking by. Anyway, what else I was gonna say is that, the reason why I think time traveling would be fun is because you don't get to speak to your time. You probably wouldn't get to speak to the time machine. You probably would have to tune it back to what year and what day you want. That's why I would do it. But if you really wanted to, you could say, oh, this, and this. Like, you know. But it's just, I would say, hey, if I could speak to a time machine, if I didn't have to tune it back, I would be like, hey, time machine, bring me back to July 4th, 1776 to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The old Pennsylvania State House, which is now known as Independence Hall. Would take me there, and I would see, like, all the old people. I could find out some of the mysteries of the American Revolution. Or I'd be like, hey, time machine, take me back to April 19th, 1775 in Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts. It would take me there. Then I could figure out who fired the shot around the world and where it was shot, because that's a mystery. Nobody knows who shot it, or nobody knows where exactly it happened. But we know it happened in Lexington and Concord, the first battle. But we don't know who fired the first shot or where it was shot. Still a mystery, and even the people who worked there say it's a mystery. So, you know, that's just some of I want to figure out history's mysteries, and even I can't figure them out. the biggest mystery of American history, ooh, hey, that rhymes, is, the biggest mystery of American history is probably, where is Amelia Earhart's body? Because I know she crashed it, like, during one of the world wars, because she was a pilot. But nobody knows where her plane is or where her body is. All that we'll know is that, like, hundreds of years, maybe hundreds of or thousands of years from now, people will find it. Like, after I'm dead, probably they'll find it. Which I have a long way off from that. But anyway, you know, we're all gonna live a nice and healthy life. Just we all have to die someday. But let's not worry about that. Let's worry about living. So anyway, yeah. So I was just basically, like, the whole thing with me and this time machine vlog is just, I would basically really like to see, like, what, if there's anything conspicuous about history, or maybe if I learned something I don't know. Because I still read books about the American Revolution and still find out things I never knew. And people say, oh, Liz, you're the history buff. You know everything about the revolution. No, there are some things that there are some books that I read and I learned something that I never knew about it. So I'm learning stuff about the Revolutionary War every day, believe it or not. I know it may be hard for you to believe, but that's what learning is for. I mean, yeah, in school they teach me stuff that I've already learned about history, but I learned some new things too. So I can't wait because, you know, history is my favorite subject. Every year every year they're always like, what's your favorite subject? I'm like, that's never gonna change unless it changes to science, which I don't think it will. It's history. And speaking of science, well, biology, I did take biology this past 9th grade year, and I think I did really well in the MCAS, I'm hoping. But we had to learn about the human body, and the human body is the only part of science that I really like besides, like, outer space. But outer space you don't learn about in biology, you just learn about, like, life on the planet and how life works, the difference between mitosis and meiosis. But that's basically why I wish I had a time machine. But that's all for today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications. New videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I shall see you